blood is fast.
Bathed in a 10-day. Ate all the onions. Old man Otto. Back here again.
Better not be cursed.
Are they going to arrest us?
Is expecting you.
What if they throw us in jail?
Please make your way to the audience.
Calm down, dear.
This is the armory, not a bloody open house. This equipment isn't for sale. It belongs to the Flaming Fist. A trading license? Right. Much appreciated. Take a look around.
Indolence breeds madness.
Ready and waiting. Well, certainly waiting.
Pleasure.
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
I can't let it go.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Rain appears to resist its monsters. What's that?
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Heard about his father. The Dead Three's puppet. A travesty, really. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid shindig, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. And bring the pup along, if you can. I'd hate for him to miss the fun.
It must be exhausting.
Very well.
Not as exhausting as all that
I wanna have a
practicing
word.
you've been doing.
Go on up. Pay Gortash.
Let's see what this does. Out of sight, out of mind. What do we have here? Light on my feet. Best be on my way.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
I need a quick word.
Ruff's babbling, no time to talk.
L2L's exiles.
Here goes nothing.
Lord Gortash is expecting you.
What? Oh, what are you doing in here?
You notice the gnome slip a lockpick into his pocket.
You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others. Why'd you have to stick your nose? What in the 9 bloody hells is going on? Raynash, you've got one breath to explain why you're in here, or you're going straight to the cells. That's impossible. Raynash was on duty the whole... That sneaky little git. It was him all along. Ever since they ordered us to close the gates. He must have a nice little nest egg by now. If he shows his face again, he's got a bed waiting in the cells. Appreciate the help you've given. But we need to get our shut-eye before we're back on duty. Civilian areas back the way you came.
Is expected. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Meaning that in the game
Is expected. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. The Steel Watch appreciate your cooperation, citizen.
Dearest patriarchs, but a moment. I must greet a most honored guest. My friend, forgive the cold welcome. My Steel Watchers are eager watchdogs. For the good of the people, I'm sure you understand. Lord Enver Gortash at your service. I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided. If you and I come to an understanding, together we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
It's not, but it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all three Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my Steel Watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here. So the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the Absolute. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
A doppelganger in our camp. That sounds all too believable.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorn. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute God. The faithful will do anything in the name of their God. Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that. More importantly, just. Now, come, be witness as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. Then we proceed. The Patriarchs await. Distinguished Dukes, Patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent?
Don't. You will only invite his ire and your own death.
Enver council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Hey, soldier. He got his. Well, I respect the hot. He was right.
I have not been overly generous with the truth. I came here to learn of the Chosen, true enough. But I set my Harper searching for someone else. Tell me, what do you know of a man named...
The name is as familiar as Jaheira's own. A hero of the time of troubles, who saved the city more than once.
I sense you mean no insult, calling scarce a century ago the old days. Which is considerably more insulting. Minsk is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We've fought at one another's backs, times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die. Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Minsk charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day. The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. But sometimes, you get to take it back. So don't be sorry, because I mean to use you, if you're willing. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far. But it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be Minsk's either. As simply as that? For no other reason than that I asked? Perhaps you two will get along. Oh, the point is moot without a means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path. I'll have a better idea of what that is once we're through the gates. Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city.
So, we have a shape changer at our camp. Good luck finding her. You could watch out for anyone acting strangely, but, well, you know the lunatics we camp with. The thing that will decide my fate forevermore. Yes, it's been on my mind. What? I hadn't really decided. What? I've obviously thought about it. If I was the one who completes... Of course, I don't even know...
Unthinkable. To see my own father named Gortash, the sole ruler of Baldur's Gate. Please, we need to speak with him. Maybe he can see reason. I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the flaming 5th, chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds. The second time, Stelmane was even with the aid of a cane. Each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim, I asked father later.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
Something's always... At the banquet, Stelmane didn't seem to look at us, but through us. But that second time, her gaze never left me. It was steel, sharp and unyielding. It could just be my imagination, but I always felt that it was more than a stroke that had changed her. What, though? I couldn't say. But think about this. My father was tadpoled. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, you must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it.
Come to bask in the glow of the moon.
Keeping very well, I hope? Look after my angel. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100 years being murdered by Sharans over and... She's a formidable woman, my Aelin. But no one could escape such horrors. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that threatens this city. We are your allies. I mourn the man I knew. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother rested. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little... then next he told... I found... But he's gone now.
Come to bask in the glow of...
Gortash is to be believed, then even our camp isn't safe from Orin's influence. You might want to confirm the veracity of his claim.
Fate, dost thou require a new...
An imposter in our ranks. If this is true, perhaps we shouldn't take Gortash's word for granted. But if he speaks the truth, we'd... Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up?
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders his find to you. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily.
Our camp houses an imposter. Voss has done his. We must find our way to the House of... When we next enter the Astral Prism, we...
Hi. You were really nice to me before, and could we maybe...
What harm? She's little, won't take up much space, or make much of a dent in our provisions.
Yes! You've got a fire and everything! I can cook really...
It is the smell that strikes you first. Spiced ceremonial oils cut through with the copper tang of blood. In the candlelight, Zevlor might almost be sleeping. But his empty eyes stare, his lips slack around a curl of parchment, poking through like a yellowed tongue. A message.
Let's have a look.
Must claim the crown of Carsus for a...
Fate, dost thou require?
How did you? Oh, it's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketheric and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. Its rebellion against Orin and Gortash has been fierce, even as it executes their final orders. Once those orders are complete, there is a good chance it will break free.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An elder brain enslaved is one thing. An elder brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome. An accurate summary. I have found myself distracted of late. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think As I knew her, Berlin, when she was alive. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed. Though my relationship with Berlin was different from my relationship with you. In a way, but not the way you're thinking of. In life, she was my business partner, back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Berlin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone. I appreciate your understanding. What I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach. And not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. I am glad you are not most people. You have shown me great empathy. We are closer now. Close enough, I hope, that I can ask you to reconsider your position regarding your physical form. I know it is no easy choice for you, but we will have a far better time ridding the city of Gortash if you accept, not to mention the Elder Brain itself. Our chances against it greatly improve the more illithid we both are. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus. And so do you.
Such authority.
Can't give up now. Never wanted the easy path.
The corpse stares at you, lifelessly.
Blessed by the chosen. Her voice, absolute, promised. To be Paladin again, protect my people. Moonrise, granted audience. The others. What happened to others? Orin, an offering.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Blacketh's will be done.
At your command.
No one stopped me yet. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Have you come to behold the new dawn? Not just glory, paradise. Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. And it will be Gortash who ignites the final spark. Be in awe, truest soul. The new dawn will rise.
Glad to have an ally.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his... What did you make of him? Yeah. Fucker always had expensive taste. I don't know how anyone in this hall could fall for this charade. Isn't it obvious what a chancer he is? Hard to explain it any other way. Then again, I guess they just want to feel safe by any means necessary. If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
Can't afford to stay idle. Onward then.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
A cruel end. I wouldn't have...
If you're sure. Fine.
If not over, then through.
Your parasite binds your mind to Will's.
You spoke with my father. Incredible. To hear his voice speak those words. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge. Mind flayers are like devils. They just sport tentacles. Clever, manipulative, exploitative. And maybe it's true. Maybe Stelmane allied with a mind flayer and subjected the city to their political will. Or maybe he made an offer she couldn't refuse. That's the...
Our time has come, son. Together we will usher in a new dawn. Help me. Floric chose shadow over light. Her betrayal burned deep. She's been punished for her lies. Don't let her get to you.
Punished? Meaning what exactly?
I stilled her tongue. That's the end of the matter. Let her light...
Keep in pace.
All right. What now?
Gods.
What path lies before me? Always a pleasure.
Well met. Are you sure? And...
almost pleasant traveling with all right.
Be in awe, true help, Flor. She
Punished. Floric must be locked up somewhere, assuming she's still alive.
let her.
Work to be done. The smallest of small talk.
A fresh mind still untouched. You have not yet heard. Flor.
Punished. Then Floric's been captured.
The sun rises, true soul. Are you ready? What is a hero? Faerun suffers in dark, but Baldur's Gate will soon burn. Gortash and I will ignite.
I'm ready.
Be in awe, truest soul. Flor.
Punished. Then Floric's been captured. Or worse.
Within Ravengard's memories, you find Councillor Floric. She is confined in...
The sun rises, true soul. Are you ready? Not Faerun, but Gortash.
These things have stayed interesting. With haste. Here we go. I have something to ask.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. And to think, the drama's just started. You see, Gortash has had Will's father relocated. Rude. This is Gortash's game. I'm just an impartial observer. Ravengard's good as dead. And to think there's no way to save him. Or is there? I know enough. Let's talk to Will in your camp. Work something out. The Duke's life depends on it.
Tadpole quivers, revealing your discussion with Mazora to...
Shit. Father's been taken, and Mazora started to scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? Certainly not. But she's as inevitable as Torril's path around the sun. We'll have answers soon enough. Let's talk to Mazora. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
Notum sit in beator.
Holy hells.
I come to bargain. The hells demand witness.
Your parasite links with Will's, and your memories flow into him. He sees his father's flight from Worm's Rock, and hears Mazora's words to you.
Shit. Where did Gortash send my father? How do I save him?
Sisters.
Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. No contract is ended without sacrifice. A cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the Archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel. I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mazora, you asshole!
Choose. Addendum F. The Absolute must be avenged for the Soulbinder's detention at Moonrise. The Soulbearer retains his gifts until such time as the Absolute is slain.
You damned wretch! Father. Do it. Break the pact.
Fiat Ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Didn't think you had it in you. Seems my boy's all grown up. And don't go fussing about your father. You made your choice. You knew the terms. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Gods. I I spent 7 years choked by Mazura's leash. And I spent 7 and never knew freedom could taste so bittersweet. I didn't. I don't. My sacrifice kept Baldur's Gate safe from Tiamat's rage. But that doesn't mean that the leash never chafed. That I was content to lap up whatever nonsense Mazura fed me. The leash has been broken and my father left for dead. Tomorrow I celebrate my gain. But today, I mourn my loss.
A moment passes. In the stillness,
The Raven Guard name now lives solely with me. I will make it count for something. I signed his life away before the Hell's Witnesses. It would be easier to drink the sticks down to the last drop than to alter his fate. I'd be a fool to wish otherwise. We obtain the final 2 Netherstones and take back our minds. And the city from the brain. Go on then.
Little Will's all grown up. I can't wait to see what trouble he gets into. Impossible. My bargain was uncommonly reasonable. A single soul for the return of Baldur's Gate's most beloved Duke. A real bargain, I should think. I never thought the legendary Blade of Frontiers would surrender his father for freedom. Not very valorous, if you ask me. But what does a mean old devil like me know about heroes? The Absolutists worked a number on me at Moonrise. And you're the best hope I've got at payback. No one crosses the Hell's Children without getting scorched. Ugh, you are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found new use for an old battle axe. The Dead Three and that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious. The 9 hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus. My mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it. The delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy. Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel. But those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead, after all. Why? I'm supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand.
earlier says the Absolute's army won't be causing trouble for Gortash. Or...
Forgive me. I was lost in... I found myself in something of a quandary. Yours is an opinion I'll gladly hear on the matter. I fear our unwillingness to make difficult decisions is doing more harm than... I regret straying from Mistra's instruction. All the suffering around us. It is our fault. I am reconsidering taking a more drastic approach. We both know the orb I carry inside me is powerful enough to burn. But what stays my hand? Obstinacy? Misplaced morals? Simple fear of dying? The inevitable has been delayed far too long already. No more, I say. It's time to make a stand. Deadly serious. This is the burden we must carry. The day will come when I lose control of the power within me anyway. God's damned if I'm gonna let it be for nothing. If Mistra gave me one purpose, it was this. To destroy Baldur's Gate and the Absolute with it. So gentle. You think saving him will stop the blood?
Look at it, crawling and sniffing and rooting around in the filth. Is it my netherstone you seek, little piggy? Hush, hush. Orin will take care of you and your little pet. Nothing. No, not a thing. Still gasping and gagging on the foul airs of Baal's temple. I will not slice. His kind die too easily. The Murder Lord demands a better offering. Something new, sticky, sweet, and delicious. He wants you. Kethric's killer turned the corpse lover to carrion when you took his stone. Oh, but he was a dull kill. No blood to spill, no guts to rip. A desiccated husk. You must be sharpened before you set your edge against my skin. You'd prefer my whispers and the tyrant.
You've heard Gortash's whispers. I see how your skull swarms with his promises. He whinges and wails over the crown of Karsus. Oh, how I long to slit his poxy smile from ear to ear. But I can't touch him. He bound my blade. Gortash didn't want me at first. Didn't trust me. Got me to wag my tongue, swear an oath never to hang him from the hooks. Drip drain him into father's open jaws. You must kill the tyrant. Take the netherstone from his corpse and bring it to my temple.
There we slice and shred each other. The survivor claims the stones. What's left? Agree, and I will bring my assassins to heal. They watch you always. Refuse me, and you'll learn what happens to those who defy Baal's doctrine. So will your friend.
Orin demands a fight to the death. The prize for the victor, the Netherstones. And accept, and you must kill Gortash. Refuse, and your companion's life may be forfeit, as might your own. Orin's assassins will hunt you like prey for slaughter.
of slaughter, of pain and humiliation, and the sound of blood dropping into the gutter. Do not underestimate his steel watch. Seek their cradle in the lower city and skewer their skull meat. Make them rust and blood. Then you can gore the lordling again and again and again. But listen close, Bone Killer. Step in my domain while the tyrant still sucks air, and I will carve your failure into your pretty plaything's skull. Bring me his stone, and I will set the bait free. Only then can you and I make exquisite butchery. The victor will set the world to slaughter. That is Baal's offer. He will not make another.
Time to press ahead.
Ravengard's a hero. Elturel would still be stuck in the helms if it weren't for him. Have you seen the...
I should speak up.
I've had my eye on hot as brimstone, jagged as lightning, and seething like the river Styx. You're hungry for pleasures beyond this plane, something more satisfying than mortal flesh. The ecstasy of agony, the pain of the damned distilled into smile. And I'll come to you when you put your head down to rest. Or don't. And know the eternal ache of the unknown and the unanswered. The same thrills I offer you. Some experiences are better when shared. Dear me, trust me, I shan't be making that mistake.
Gortash has Ravengard on his side. That should tell you something.
Kill Orin and take her, and do not return. Kill Orin and do not.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Let me guess, you need something.
There's no time to waste.